Hey there everybody, I'm Joshua Orro, the Mustang Prince, and welcome to Mustang Prince Orro Reports. Well everyone, as you can tell by the opening logo, we're going back to Neverland again. In the past, I blogged 2 of Tinkerbell's sequels, The Pirate Fairy and Legend of the Never Beast, including the 2003 Peter Pan film. Now, because my friends at Musical Theater Village are performing Peter Pan this season, I decided to blog 3 different Peter Pan movies. Now, the first one I'm going to be blogging today is a recent movie that tells Peter Pan's origin story that I've heard many people don't really like. But let's go over this movie and see what I think about it. Released on October 9th, 2015, the movie is Pan. Now let's get started. Living a bleak existence at a London orphanage, 12-year-old Peter finds himself whisked away to the fantastical world of Neverland. Adventure awaits as he meets new friend James Hook and the warrior Tiger Lily. They must band together to save Neverland from the ruthless pirate Blackbeard. Along the way, the rebellious and mischievous boy discovers his true destiny, becoming the hero forever known as Peter Pan. So, what do I think of this film? Well, I have mixed feelings about this movie, but let me explain while I go over my Mustang notes. Now, the script for the film was listed on Hollywood's 2013 blacklist. Many natural scenes in the film were from Son Doong Cave, Pho Nha Ke Bang National Park, and Dien Bien Province in Vietnam. The captured scenes were then graphically edited into the film. According to critics of the casting, there are a few main roles for Native American women in Hollywood, and that the choice not only took away from a Native American actress, but also perpetuated the invisibility of Native Americans in film. According to The Wrap, director Joe Wright was trying to create a very international and multiracial world, although the majority of main characters, including the 4 lead actors, are Caucasian. A petition was created in response to the casting to urge Warner Brothers Studios to stop casting white actors in roles for people of color. On April 28, 2014, the film's principal photography began. Previous portrayals of the Pickaninny tribe in Peter Pan have been criticized as racist. Now, that aside, one of the few issues I have with this movie is its time setting. In this film, the story takes place during World War II, which gives me a bit of Return to Neverland vibes. And I believe this movie should have taken place sometime in the mid-1800s or sometime like that. Also, the idea of a prophecy telling of a boy who would disappear from Neverland until he was old enough to return and lead an uprising against Blackbeard kind of sounds like something like a prophecy about Jesus, in a way. But I will give this movie credit for the visuals, which are outstanding. I really like how Neverland is depicted here, with the rivers, the jungles, the Indian village, the fairies' domain, including Mermaid Lagoon. Plus, I also like the action scenes and the addition of Tinkerbell, TikTok the Crocodile, and the Neverbirds. Plus, the music score by John Powell is very epic. However, 2 of the songs sung by Blackbeard and his crew, Smells Like Teen Spirit and Blitzkrieg Bop, are just too modern for this movie. Anyway, now that we're done with Mustang notes, let's talk about the characters and the actors. Our main hero, Peter Pan, is played by Levi Miller. Now, in the original story, Peter did tell Wendy that he ran away to live with the fairies when he was a baby, after hearing his parents discuss about what he was to be when he became a man. Here, however, Peter is left at the Lambert's home for boys and treated almost like Oliver Twist until he is kidnapped by pirates and taken to Neverland. While there, Peter learns about his origins. Now, to me, Peter's personality is very relatable. Plus, the scene where he starts flying after he gets kicked off Blackbeard's ship almost reminds me of a similar scene from Kingdom Hearts. And I like that Peter's determined to know more about what happened to his mother. Our main villain, Blackbeard, is played by Hugh Jackman, aka Wolverine from the X-Men films. But I mostly know him from Rise of the Guardians and Les Miserables. In the movie, Blackbeard ordered his pirates to kidnap the children of Lambert's home for boys to work for him as slaves in the mines of Neverland in search for pixie dust rocks. Blackbeard was said to be in love with Peter's mother, Mary, but because of her sweet and loving personality, the fairy prince took her away and they fell in love. This made Blackbeard produce hatred to the fairies and vows to kill them or use them to make him young again, and he became more sadistic as he already is. Blackbeard is also skilled in both gun and sword. Despite being somewhat charming in his own way, he was also manipulative, selfish, arrogant, and shows a very abrasive attitude towards the children and his crew. He even told the children and the miners that he shows no mercy and that he doesn't give any second chances. Next we have James Hook, played by Garrett Hedlund, best known as Sam Flynn from Tron Legacy. As we all know, in the original Peter Pan, Hook is the main antagonist, but in this film, he is Peter Pan's ally who eventually betrays him, and he becomes very similar to the Captain Hook in the original story. What he does in this film is help Peter escape from the pixie mines and help defend the fairy population from Blackbeard. Plus, Hook is skilled with using a gun and a sword, and he's highly intelligent and has great leadership and fighting skills. Hook's friend Sam Smeagol, aka Mr. Smee, is played by Adil Akhtar. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Now, in my opinion, this version of Smee is pretty similar to Smee from the original Peter Pan story. He's silly and kind, but he can be a little bizarre and a bit of a coward, like during the scene when he tells Blackbeard where the Indians are. Finally, we have the Indian princess, Tiger Lily, played by Rooney Mara. Best known from The Social Network, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, Nightmare on Elm Street, and Kubo and the Two Strings. Now, while I do like Rooney Mara's performance as Tiger Lily, I gotta say that my one issue with her is, well, she's kinda too old. Because in the original Peter Pan story, she was a young Indian, well, about to be drowned by Hook at Marooner's Rock. Anyway, in this film, after she discovered that Peter is Mary's son, she tells him that many years ago, the natives and the fairies united together to fight against the pirates, and said that when Peter was born, Mary was forced to hide him in the other world and seek shelter in the fairy kingdom when she and the fairies had to retreat. Rounding out the cast is Amanda Seyfried as Peter's mother, Mary, Kathy Burke as the nasty Mother Barnabas, and Lewis McDougall as Peter's best friend Nibs, one of the future Lost Boys. And now, let's move on to my final words. Overall, Pan is not a good movie by any means, but it still does okay when it comes to telling Peter Pan's origin story. While the time setting is questionable, as well as a few story plots being altered, and some characters appearing a tad different, the visuals are incredible, the action is thrilling, and the actors do great at playing their characters, but I don't think I could recommend this for everybody if you are a Peter Pan fan. But if you want to watch this out of curiosity, then go right ahead, but really lower your expectations. So, for my rating, I give this film a rating of 53% out of 100. It's not that bad, it's not really good either, more like somewhere in between. Well, that's all for today, everybody. Be sure to join me for part 2 of my Neverland Marathon, where I take a look at the beloved Peter Pan classic from the House of Mouse. To be continued.